Hello creatives, welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth and I am at the gallery today for the Zodiac series. This reading is for Cancer, whose correlating or major arcana card is the Chariot. This is the artist card representing you as the open vessel, ready to receive whatever source can pull from the well of infinite creativity. So Cancers, this is a new spread to begin the new year. We are in 2022, and at the time that these readings are coming out, there will be a full moon happening a couple of days later. So I decided that I would do this spread as it's called Full Moon Gratitude, which what better way to ring in the new year than with gratitude. So let's get started, and I'll tell you first off what this first row is about. In what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time? Then we are going to clarify with the Muse deck, new deck for me, new year, loving it so far, and then the cards of truth, and then the Lenormand cards, just to clarify things a little bit. The second row here is how best can I begin to tap this energy. So for this, we're going to use the Creativity Oracle and further clarify with that. And then this third row, what would help to acknowledge and release at this time? So for that, we're going to use the Soul's Journey deck. So then we'll follow up with the Moon Timing card and a Starseeds card to see what else Source, your Muse, your Daimon would share with you at this time. Okay, so let's get started and find out in what area of life is my fullest creative vibration at this time. Well, you got the Student card. It says light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. The shadow attributes are arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Student. Wow, that is very interesting energy to be in at this time. So full and ready, and it's your highest creative vibration here. So, wow. Okay. Well, I need a little more clarifying around this. So let's look at the Muse. Four of Voices. So this is a lot like the Four in Tarot, where it is all about having a respite. Time to reflect and renew and just take some time for yourself so that you can be rested and all the better to take it on, whatever the next thing is. So Student and time for a respite. And this is a respite that you decide that you need to take. So that's interesting. Okay. So let's look at the cards of truth. Ace of Spades. Wow, big epiphany card. This is the self-care card. It is a foundation card, being an ace. It embodies all the other suit. It's remedies and cures, being the spade, and it's fire. And it's about rebirth. It is about coming to some big realization. It can come on pretty fast. It can come on very hard and rude. These are not easy epiphanies to make. The spades are a really interesting group of cards and people, because they are here for the ultimate spiritual adventure in anything. That is their thing. And it's all about finding the remedies and cures for you, yourself. It is, mental and physical, and figuring things out for what you need versus what you want. Well, let's look at the Lenormand card. Crossroads. Wow. Cancerians, this is very interesting indeed. So, student, time for a rest. Having or about to have, well, no having, because this row is your fullest vibration at this time. So there's been some realization, something happened, and now you are on a realization, an epiphany, a cure, a remedy for whatever physical, mental ailment came from the student situation that has put you into this need that you've taken for yourself, self-care. And now you are at some crossroads as to what to do with yourself. Wow. Very interesting to see what more, if anything, hopefully, there is around this student card. Because I know that being from the reading about it, knowing the card, it is about how to take what you know and apply it to life. The lifelong student, yes. However, it is also about taking responsibility for yourself and your actions and giving back to the world what you've learned in a very together sort of way. You're owning your own, and you're learning at the same time. Everything's curious, everything's beautiful, everything is a learning opportunity. An opportunity to connect with the divine, all of it. Really beautiful. The shadow attributes, though, are that forever student, never getting out from under the teacher's actions or being so entrenched with a teacher. And this could be like a guru, it could be really studies like school, or it could be just being under someone else's influence to the point where you don't know how to get out from under that influence and to start acting on your own. It's usually, if you are in that shadow attribute, you have a shadow teacher that's keeping you there. Yeah, I'm starting to think that that might have been the case, and this realization here is all about seeing that. Whatever triggered it, that knowledge that that's what kind of teacher you've been under. Whether that's taken a while or you realized it as soon as it happened. You're out of there. Time to go. Wow. Time to make some choices for yourself. This is really, really interesting. So you're no longer the student. Well, at least not in the same way as you had been. You are now striving to get into that light attributes of the student, become your own person, and share what you know. Beautiful. You're ready. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so let's move on to the second row. And how best can I begin to tap this energy? So let's see what you got from the Creativity Oracle. Analyze. Oh, this is so interesting. I know this card. Your time is well spent analyzing, but only up to where you become too attached to any particular outcome. So it too kind of speaks to that being a student of life and finding that curiosity and learning whatever a certain situation has to offer you at any given time. And it's all well and good if you can take it lightheartedly and not become attached to any particular outcome. Once you put those attachment needs onto something to turn out in a particular way, it becomes so confining and narrow-minded and my way or the highway and just not where you need to take creativity. So perhaps that is what you saw in the teacher, and now it's time. You just know you've grown. You have morphed into this new you through that Ace of Spades. It's like coming out of a cocoon. It is just the most beautiful butterfly effect that you could possibly want. Now I'm going to put this face down so that you can enjoy the card imagery here. And just remember that analyzing is all well and good until you want to make it into something, expectations. So not sure whether that was up or down, but I'm going to put it that way and we'll read it in both ways. So let's see what the Muse is and go from there. The Emperor. Wow, so this is really talking about making things happen. This is you taking control of your life and conducting it as such. The Emperor's decision making. It knows exactly where they're going and what they want and how to get there. So you're ready, very, very ready to take on this new realization. Yeah, very nice. Okay, let's take a look at the cards of truth. It's a Two of Hearts upside down. So you've had some sort of connection that has led to some heartache or disappointment or something like that because it's in reverse. It is an inner perspective because it's reflecting the sun. That's what the moons do. And it is moon energy, being a 2. And it's of the emotional realm. So you've taken a hit and you're not feeling so great about it. But you're able to make your sense around it and you're ready to move on and, as the Emperor would, manifest whatever it is that you need to move forward. You're ready. It's basically saying you're ready and that this is why. Whatever this was whatever the catalyst needed to be in order for you to come to this epiphany about yourself. No longer the student. And you've rested and you've meditated and you know it's time. All right, let's see what the Lenormand card is. It's the dog. This is man's best friend. This is a loyal companion. And you can be that for yourself. And that's exactly what this is telling us. This is how you tap into this newfound epiphany energy about yourself. How to move your art forward. You're ready. You've got all you need. You have learned all you can learn from your current teachers. And it's time to move forward. And you to be your own best friend. Because not to rely on other people as heavily as a younger, more inexperienced student that is new at it, right? A new student. It's time to graduate. That is so cool, so cool. Yeah, because it's like a metamorphosis. You are becoming the butterfly. And this is about you, your mental, your physical health and well-being. This is pretty big, Cancerians. Wow. All right, let's move on to the third row and see what the soul's journey has for us as to what would be helpful to acknowledge and release at this time. Perseverance. Interesting. So the Perseverance card is really, well, it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So this is about you being on a mission, knowing how to go for the right path. You've got this crossroads in front of you, and you've got a decision to make, but you are clearly capable of making it. You know where you need to go. It's your inner compass speaking to you, which speaks directly to this epiphany. Now you know yourself so well, you know exactly where to go, which road to take. You've got the Emperor energy here. Yeah. Right? You've analyzed long enough. You don't have a particular outcome that you need. You understand that you are connected to the divine and that you are living life like an emperor, ready to take charge and go. Wow. So, and I should say that also that the twos are Empress, red twos are Empress energy. So you've got the Empress and you've got the Emperor. So the Emperor is more of a masculine energy, and it is about taking charge of your life. It is about knowing how to manifest what you need. So the Two of Hearts being that feminine energy of the Empress and that emotional upset that you had, this wasn't, getting to this realization was not all easy. It wasn't roses, because it took so much for you to get through that experience, possibly an ordeal, that you've had to take some time for that necessary respite. Very interesting, because the Perseverance is also about that. It is about that being at your most mature and realizing your inner strength and, well, like the quality of courage and willingness. It's just such a beautiful card for you to get here. So we are talking about what needs to be acknowledged and released at this time. So this is telling me that it's just such a beautiful place for you to be, that you know you need to take this, one of these paths. It is you on a mission, and you can let go and let source and be guided like an emperor should. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, the 9 of Materials. So this does relate to Pentacles. So the Muse deck switches up the Pentacles for materials. So that's what this is. And the voices are actually of the swords and spades suit, so that you can really understand, right? So you've got spades, the Emperor here with the Empress, and then you've got the diamond, basically, card here with the Pentacles. So this is about material stuff. And you can see she is really in the throes of it, enjoying every bit of what she has created for herself. So it's saying that you can do it, right? Now that you've let go of this energy around the teacher thing, you are ready to move on, and this is what you can expect to achieve. So let's see what this card is about. 3 of Hearts. So in the upright position, so I'm gonna read it as in the upright position, because even if it was in the reverse, because I can't remember which way it spun, I didn't really see it. So if it's in the upright position when it was laid out, it would be all about moving forward and being pregnant with this fabulous emotional creative ideas. This is making connections. It is letting go of something emotional in order to let something better in. It is oftentimes done for you through source, and you don't have much choice when it's the 3s. But it's also just this really beautiful temperance energy, and it's Mars action-oriented energy, and it's artistic energy. It's the small wish card. So on the right path, definitely took the right crossroad. Okay, well, let's look at this and see. Oh, it's the birds. Now, ordinarily, if it was in the upright position, it could be your community, your peeps, your fellow students, your people that are around you. However, it's about chatter and about conversations. It can be gossip, but it's in reverse. So something tells me that that was something that maybe had to get left behind. Oh boy, yeah. And that's not happening, and that's the loss, the emotional loss that hurt so much, was that you had to leave so much behind. All of that felt like support and right for you. And it probably was on many levels. But it's interesting how the universe works, because it's just time to move on. Everything has a season, and this is the season for you being a student. You're done. I'm sure you'll make other connections. There'll probably be connections to pick up along the way, maybe reconnect with, but for now, it's that perseverance, knowing that this is you connecting to spirit, knowing your inner compass, and letting go what needs to be released, acknowledged and released, is whatever that was around whatever happened between you and the teacher and the chatter. So if it was in reverse, it would just double that down, and it would be having to let that go and not really wanting to do it, but knowing that it was part of what had to fall by the wayside as you took this path. Looks like she's on a path, right? On this path. She is here on this path. Just as the crossroads, right? Making decisions. It's you choosing wisely. It was the right thing to do. Now you know, as the Emperor would, you are your own best advocate, your own best friend. And you need to be kind and gentle and loving. And you did. You took the time, the respite. You took what you needed to do. And you replenished yourself. You had this awakening, this beautiful epiphany, all about you and which way now that you need to go. You've mourned whatever you need to mourn, and you are ready. You're ready to move into this. You see now what you can have, this fulfillment of self, this spiritual connection with your source for all of this beautiful, valued, right? Because even with the material abundance that this card suggests that you have, it can also just be about how you feel, how you are valuing what you have, what is most important to you. Very, very beautiful. Wow. This was a pretty big reading for you. All right. Well, I mean, let's move on and see what else Source would share and see what we have here. The Balsamic Moon, a time for healing. Wow. And stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. That is exactly what you did to reach this epiphany. You did exactly what you should do. You are no longer the student. You are ready to take the reins and conduct your own life. Wow. And share it, right? It's to be shared. So the time for healing, pulling this card suggests that the past is the past. And a bright future is beckoning. That's what this is. That is so brilliant. Okay. However, it also warns that before you take that next step, make sure that both you and the situation has healed. Make sure you've wrapped your brain around whatever this was, which I really think you have. You may have a little more disappointment, pain to deal with, but you know where to put your loyalties, right? Yeah. And also that it also talks about it being a time to really relax and retreat and to know that guidance from your source, your muse, your daimon will be here for you. It's on its way. It knows the timing, and all you have to do is be open to it. So it will bring you whatever powerful insight that you need. It's patience. You need to have patience, but it's also just having that, taking the self-care time so that you can prepare yourself for the next cycle. Yeah, wow. So give yourself the time you need and stay in the stillness. Reflect on the moment. Do it with love and kindness and compassion. Pull from it what you've learned. Sort it through and use it. Wow, that is some fabulous energy. Very, very nicely done. So yeah, tapping into it and just knowing you're there. You are already there. That is just so beautiful. Well, okay, I have nothing left to share, and just want to say thank you for watching, and as always, happy creating.